Yo, what is going on? Another payout again. As you can see, like I said, I'm only making videos for the payouts. It's a pretty shitty intro, I'm sorry, but yeah, so pretty much, yeah, I've got another payout. This one is a little bit, I mean, it's just the same shit as last time. But this one's a 1K payout this time on the same account as last time. And I guess I'll just explain kind of the trades, I guess, maybe. So, here it is. Oh, it's different. This looks like, did they update the dashboard, bro? It looks different, even just from today. But, okay, so, obviously you can see this is like winning day type of money, right? But pretty much, this day was pretty fucking crazy. As you can see, the drawdown looks fucking wild, doesn't it? Started off pretty much just, being scared to take a trade. Then I tried to take more trades, and then the last trade, I actually took a A+ setup and full ported that shit and won my money back, and then won more. So I was down 500, made, I think, like, I was originally targeting like 1K, and I was like, wait, that's more than I need. So I was like, I'll just, I'm not going to target that much. But I think I'll just explain today's trade and then maybe a few more if I remember where they're at. But yeah, still trading order flow. But I added on a few other things as well. Like indicators, a few more indicators to trade off of just to help the strategy. So order flow is kind of just like the, I don't know how to explain it. Order flow is kind of like the confluence, and then the indicators are like the confirmation, I guess. I don't know how to really explain it very well, but as you can see, this is like probably the shittiest trading I've ever done today. And I think that's mainly because I was one day off a winning day. So I took the payout, I think, right before this day, and then I made 800 right after that, made 150, and then lost, and then made 700, made another winning day. So as you can see, I made my money back from that payout pretty quick, and I'm gonna start risking way more. Or I'm actually not risking way more, but I'm gonna start trying to take every trade possible, because even though I said like, oh, I'm trying to be consistent and stuff, I'm still not taking every trade. I'm still being a little bitch. So I'm gonna try and start taking more trades, because. And I'm gonna let my trades run if I think it's possible to make more profit other than just like taking 1-to-1s, which is what I've been doing. But I'm probably gonna risk like 250 each trade. I would like to do 1-to-2s, but whatever we can get, right? But this is pretty much the stats for all of January. It's actually a pretty good month for my strategy. So. Yeah, so, I guess what I'm going to do now is I'm going to risk more. I'm going to try and take every single trade that I can. Obviously not, like, over trading, but if there's a good setup, I'm going to take it. I'm not going to overthink and be like, oh, but this, but that, I'm going to just take the setup because it's the setup. And obviously I'm going to add some discretion, and not be like a robot almost. I'm going to try and take every single trade. But, yeah, so that's what I'm going to do, because I already took 2 payouts now. It would be nice to move to a live account. I'm not on that level yet, so there's no point. But, honestly, I might even try to just do that. But I'm going to buy one more combine, because I blew the shit out of my other one because I just traded like a dumbass. But, yeah, so little update on performance. So what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, let me just explain the trades. A little update, I guess, is not specifically with that payout. I was going to buy this monitor, but I got another monitor only because I like having on one screen, I have the heat map. That's usually my main one, like right here. The second one is where I have the other chart, which is like all the indicators I want to use. and then the top one is like Discord and Top Step, so I can like get precise. Or just no, not specific, not surprise, but like I'd rather just be able to just enter like right when I see that setup coming. So I usually I like to put it up top here, and then the other half goes Discord goes in the other half. But that's a little update. I got this little like monitor mount right here. It's pretty cool. I can like move this shit, but that's a little update on like the setup. But back to the trading. Back to the trading. Alright, so today's trade that made me get my winning day was it was an A plus setup. It was like almost like a bottom tick. So the first trade, I'll explain the first trade real quick. It's just simple order flow, and then all my indicators are all green. I'm just trading off the momentum of the indicators as well. So this trade was a little annoying because I got break even as well. So I guess I entered at 08.75. Stop loss like right there. Pretty annoying. My TP was, I think it was like right here. Got break even, happens to hit later. And yeah, that's what happened with that trade. What are the chances I get break even? What were those chances? I think it was just unfortunate trade right there. And then as we're coming down, right, I kind of have an EMA on my, because I don't use Top Step to chart my trades. I use Sierra charts and then a little bit of Trading View. But I kind of have them. I have an EMA. Pretty much the EMA. It was like this, so like I answered kind of off the EMA like there, and then it's coming down like that. Or it's not an EMA, it's like an SMA. But yeah, it's kind of like that. Or sorry, it's more like this, like that. But yeah, so I answered off initially over here, and then I don't even know if the S or the MA was right here as well. But pretty much, if that's the first trade, I entered off that. Didn't get TP. That was like purely just the winning day TP. And then tried to enter here. Saw like a little bit of resistance there. Plowed through. I think I tried to short right here as well. Yeah, I did. And then just a bunch of emotional trading pretty much happening. And then down here is when I have like a lower time frame chart and a higher time frame chart. On the higher time frame chart, we had tested this EMA. It was pretty much like that the whole time. So we had tested it. We rejected previously. All the indicators, I don't know if that was the trade here, but on my other chart, all the indicators, this is like a mistrade. The real mistrade was like over here though. But on this one, all the indicators were clean. We had this rejection. We rejected the SMA right here. And then I got in like halfway, pretty much. 706.25. So right there. Obviously stops right there. And then I got out at 9.5. So pretty clean trade. I was in 50 fucking contracts because I was like, pretty much I'm like, I already took a payout on this account, so the ROI is pretty much fucking crazy, right? So the first one, the account costs 90, so if you do 1K divided by 90, that's 11x right there. And then now I took another one, I just 22x'd that right there already. So I'm like, why don't I just fucking, like, it doesn't matter anymore. Obviously, I'm gonna still trade it like smart, but I'm just not gonna I'm gonna let it run if I think we can still make like newer highs. I'm gonna take every trade. Like here, there was a long I missed out on. Here you can see I got out early, being a little bitch. Here I think this is the first trade and I got stopped out on. This one was way better because it was the higher time frame chart with all the indicators going good, and I was like, oh shit, because the indicators, it's just momentum. That's all it is. It's just like indicators that show momentum. So the higher time frame chart is obviously going to be way better. But yeah, that happened. And then we can go to the other trades. Which one was this? What the hell happened here, bro? I don't even know, man. I don't know. So this was the other trade that made me like 700. I was in 10 contracts. It's just the same shit every time. So all indicators were red because we're going to bear. It's just momentum. Like I said, it's just momentum. And I got in right here at 57.25 for a like 13-point trade. No, 15-point trade. Pretty easy trade. I made 700 in this one too. If I let that shit run, bro, I would have been going crazy, man. And then I think as well on this day, I think I remember now. It was right here, this little test right here. If I had entered this shit, I think it was over here as well. But pretty much, one way to enter these trades is there's, it's just breakouts and continuations and reversals. I like to take continuations better. But there's a trade here I missed. Pretty much all those EMAs were crossing at the same time, and it was testing it. So I was like, okay, we rejected the higher time frame EMA with this little rejection wick right here. We reject. Now we're testing it all in the smaller time frame, and they're all crossing, and it rejected. I was like, I should have just entered that shit. It was either I think it was this one though. But like, dude, if I let this shit run, right, stop loss trail my TP all the way to over here, like bro, that would have been so good. But we're learning from it, so that's a good thing. And then I think over here there's a break long on the higher time frame chart. I'm on my higher time frame chart. So EMA was pretty much, it was like this. EMA was like that. We hadn't broken just yet, but even on here, I entered here on my practice account. They could probably show. Yeah, I entered here on my practice account. It would have been a clean ass. Let that shit run, bro. Obviously, it's like, oh, I'm not gonna get that shit to the tick, But I'm just, bro, look at this shit, bro. On my practice account, bro, I don't give a fuck. But like on my practice account, bro, I really be taking every single trade. Like sometimes I'm full boarding, but like this is what it would look like if I were to take every single trade, bro, and not be scared. Let's see how many contracts. Okay, obviously this one's a joke. It's 60, but 10 contracts is like honestly what I've been using even on my XFA. But that was that trade, or those were those trades on my $700 day, and then so yeah, I'm gonna just try and take every setup now because I know my strategy can work. Obviously this isn't like years of data, but these are indicators that when paired together they work very well. So where is the hell? 26. How did I skip over that? It was a long. I guess I never took the trade then. I know exactly what it looks like, so I remember. Oh, I think I was on NQ, that's why. Yeah, I'm trying to trade ES more because it's like way just calm, bro. NQ just be going crazy, bro. Like NQ just doesn't make sense. Oh, I remember this trade. I had left my limit order here on accident, and I came back and the shit was up, and I was like, it's like what the fuck. That was pretty fucking risky, I'm not gonna lie. Wait. Yeah, when was this 26? What the hell? What the hell hell did my shit go? Oh my gosh, bro. Why would it just fucking... $7.44, January 26th. Yeah, I guess I just never took it. What? It was literally right here. I don't know why it's not popping up. But maybe there's like a max that it only sees, but the trade. So the trade was. Bro, I'm tripping, bro. Okay. Trade was. It was all on Bookmap. That was really where like I saw everything. But pretty much what happened on Bookmap, it was all right here. So obviously we rejected here a lot of volume already. Traded there that wasn't, that kind of rejected. Let's bring out the session volume profile. So we can see there's a lot of delta there. It doesn't show. This shit is like so ass, but there's a lot of delta there. A lot of buying delta, meaning buyers fucking defended the shit out of that area. Before, we see that's a gap. A gap right here. What happens when we test the gap again and reject? We tested and rejected. All that buying delta comes in. Not the highest, but it's still almost like a value area. Come back, right? It's more rejection, more defense from the passive buyers. And on Bookmap, pretty much this right here showed rejection, and then obviously we tested again. Then we rejected right here again, and that's when I entered. I entered like bottom ticked it pretty much, and then I held that shit 20 contracts all the way up to like here. But that was like a really clean trade. That was pretty fucking clean. Maybe the view up was even there too. I think the view up might have been there. Let's see. So I feel like something was there. I guess not. Some shit was there though. Maybe it was an EMA or something. Let's see. Oh, I guess not. ESMA. Oh, never mind. I guess not. But yeah, that was a really clean trade in my opinion. We had already rejected there, and I was like, okay, let's test that shit again. Rejected instantly right here with this candle. Obviously, we tried to go down, but this candle just really, to me, made it was like, okay, yeah, we're not gonna go down there again. And maybe let's see what happened on the 5 minute. That looks like shit. But yeah, that was that trade, $800 day. Made all this shit back. But yeah, I'm not gonna full port. If I build a bit, if I think I'm gonna try and grow the account to like 4K and take a 2K payout. I'm gonna try and get the buffer up to 2K. I think is what I want to do, and then probably size up to 20 contracts, and then build that shit up to. I don't know if I'm gonna go like one big ass full port day, and then what's it called? Yeah, I'm not gonna go one big full port day, and then what's it called? And then just go for winning days. I think I'd rather just keep full porting, but we'll see what happens. But that was a little update. Just just a little payout update. Gonna strive to get. We're gonna try and go for maybe 3 accounts. To go for 2 combines and get 3 accounts, but yeah, that's the recent payout. Just a little 1K payout. Yeah, so I'll come back when I have more accounts and more payouts. Well, in the next payout, I'll come back. No, not come back, but I'll make another video. But I'll see y'all later.